Kim Potter on trial for manslaughter in the death of Daunte Wright in Minnesota. Today, she took the stand in her own defense, breaking down in tears, saying that when the traffic stop became chaotic, she mistook her gun for a taser. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has the details and a warning. The images are disturbing.
Do you swear?
Tonight, former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter breaking down in court. Potter sobbing on the stand at her trial. She's charged with manslaughter in the fatal shooting of 20-year-old Daunte Wright during a traffic stop.
They're still struggling, and I can see Sergeant Johnson and the driver struggling over the gear shifts because I can see Johnson's hand and then I can see his face.
And you knew Johnson for many years before this, is that right?
Yes.
And by looking at his face at that point in time, what did you interpret it to mean?
He had a look of fear on his face. It's nothing I'd seen before. I remember yelling, "Taser, taser, taser," and nothing happened. And then he told me I shot him.
Potter recalling the moments she shot Wright in the chest with her gun that she says she mistook for her taser.
They had an ambulance for me, and I don't know why. And then I was at the station. I don't remember a lot of things afterwards.
In April, Wright was initially pulled over for an expired tag and an air freshener hanging from the rearview mirror, which is illegal in Minnesota.
In your experience of 26 years and being a patrol officer all those years, is stopping any vehicle at any time that you don't know, does that be considered a dangerous situation?
Yes.
Why?
Sometimes there's guns in the car, sometimes there's uncooperative people. You don't know who you're stopping.
Brooklyn Center police officers discovered Wright had an outstanding warrant for a misdemeanor weapons violation. When the officer Potter was training tried to arrest Wright, he struggled to get back in the car, and Potter fired.
I shot him! Oh my God!
Prosecutors arguing Potter acted recklessly and negligently, regardless of her intent, pressing her about her training in taser use, whether she should have known the difference between her taser holstered on her left and her gun holstered on her right.
We aren't always drawing our tasers from our holsters. A lot of times we were in plain clothes during training.
Okay, well, your policy that you're required to abide by, that you signed off on, requires that you perform reaction hand draws, true?
During the training, yes.
It also includes the reason for that, right?
Yes.
And that's so that you reduce the possibility of accidentally drawing and firing a firearm, right?
Yes.
Potter seen here after the shooting, inconsolable. The body camera footage previously shown to jurors. Today, she broke down again when grilled by the prosecution.
You stopped doing your job completely. You didn't communicate what happened over the radio, right?
No.
You didn't make sure any officers knew what you had just done, right?
No.
You didn't run down the street and try to save Daunte Wright's life, did you?
No.
You were focused on what you had done, because you had just killed somebody. Right?
I'm sorry it happened. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to hurt anybody.
Stephanie Ramos joins us now. Stephanie, to that last point, the defense claimed that it wasn't Potter's role to call in that shooting?
Exactly, Deirdre. The defense saying it should have been a third officer, Sergeant Michael Johnson, to call in the shooting since he was the supervising officer on the scene. But as you heard there in the piece, the prosecution was really trying to point the finger at Potter, saying that she was reckless and that she didn't notify officers who were responding to the scene about what had just happened. They, of course, saying she did not do her job properly that day. And the defense, as you heard there, is saying that it wasn't her responsibility to do so, to call in that shooting. Deirdre.
Stephanie, when do we expect the case to go to the jury?
So sometime next week. We know that the defense has now rested. The defense and state attorneys will present their closing arguments on Monday, and we expect the jury to make their decision sometime next week. Deirdre.
Stephanie Ramos, thank you very much.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.